The fact that none of the crafting adventurers were able to create something like the dagger made Claire further understand how much work it would be in developing their skills. She still remembered the talk with Darlena and Melody about someday being able to make equipment strong enough to walk around the world, not having to worry about the modified humans. Claire's eyes looked to the rings and other jewelry inside of the display. The rings are similar, but give a boost in abilities, Darlena explained after noticing Claire's eyes. Boost in abilities? Hannah asked. Darlena nodded. Depending on what you want to be boosted, we have rings that will increase your speed or strength. The effect isn't much, so just think of it like getting a friend to help you lift a heavy object. Checking out the rings, Claire then looked at the dagger again. I'm guessing these rings also cost a lot? She looked at the robot. You seem to be getting an understanding of how this works. Darlena smiled. Each of these rings range from 1,000 guild points to 5,000 guild points. Compared to the effect that the dagger provides, and its cost, I'd say that the rings are slightly overpriced. Scrunching her eyebrows, Hannah asked, as the one selling these items, are you sure you should be so honest? I think you'd want to tell us that the price is totally worth the effects the rings have on us. Spreading out its hands, Darlena said, that would be the case if it wasn't the fact that we're probably the cheapest out of all the other avenues you'd find for purchasing these items. On the other side of the portal, you're more than welcome to have dealings with businesses that trade in these types of objects. With a widening smile, it said, but I'm sure you'll also be paying a hefty premium. In some cases, the price would be double what we offer. Hearing the crazy prices they'd encounter, Claire and Hannah looked at one another before looking at Darlena. You must understand the reason for the pricing. The material used to provide such effects is difficult to locate. Darlena pointed a finger at one of the rings. This one, the gem was found close to a mountain famous for having strong monsters. If you were to trace the many costs, the manpower put into getting this item alone would cost several hundred guild points. A large percentage comes from the crafter who made the ring. As Darlena explained the journey through the supply chain, Claire made sure to pay attention. This will be important information to have for when we get good enough to craft this type of object. I'm guessing the person who crafted this ring is rich? Hannah asked, curious about the business side. Shaking its head, Darlena said, though the margin is nice, a lot of the costs have to be reinvested into the business. Tapping a finger on the glass as if to map out the various costs, it said, just because you receive money, it doesn't mean you get to keep everything. A lot of the guild points would be needed to purchase tools and equipment in addition to acquiring more raw materials. And even if you were to make a lot, you would need to save quite a bit if you want to retire. Compared to other industries, crafting is one where you need to repeatedly make new items to sell. Hannah tilted her head as though trying to remember something, snapping her fingers, asking, but didn't you mention that we can create large manufacturing shops inside the guild? Couldn't we mass produce the items? Hearing Hannah's thoughts, Darlena grinned. That's one way you can increase your profits. By manufacturing items on a large scale, you'd gain the benefits of economies of scale. With each additional item you can produce in large batches, the cost for each item would decrease. We should ask your brother about this, Claire said to Hannah. Ask me about what? Bill's voice was heard behind them.